Hey everyone, Phi Farley here, February 6th. College basketball best bet coming to you in just 1 second. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I'm going to get to that pick as well as recap yesterday real quick. A couple other games that are on the slate. Interesting day. I'm going to do that as quickly as I possibly can. First, though, let me say thank you to subscribers. I really appreciate it. But half of you, I see the analytics, half of you have not subscribed. So if you're one of those half, please take a second and do so. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Means a lot to me, keeps me going, keeps the fuel here. So if you like the content, if you're into it, hit subscribe. I see those, and so I really do appreciate it. I wish I can go right through everybody and just say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, because I do really appreciate it. So please take a second to do so, and I'm going to get to the best bet. Coming off a kind of a split day yesterday, I gave two best bets. One in a major conference and then one in a smaller school, Central Arkansas Lamar. That one didn't come through. Never really got going out of the gates. After the first 10 minutes, it was already destined to go under. They got close by the end, just 10 points away, but because they picked it up in the second half, but it was too little too late. Meanwhile, Seton Hall getting the job done. They were on the opposite side. They came out of the gates up by 20 in the first 10 minutes and was enough to carry them through to the end. So happy about that pick. Overall went 3-2. The big games won all three. And then my smaller schools, Abilene Christian there and that Lamar Central Arkansas did not. So 3-2 on the day. Looking forward to today's slate. So one thing that's interesting, breaking down the Northeast Conference. Oh yeah, the Northeast. That's right. Going to a big school like Merrimack, Robert Morris, Sacred Heart. You know them. So best bet is going to be with Sacred Heart and St. Francis, Pennsylvania here. I'm going to break that down in a second, but interesting lines we have. Merrimack, number one in conference, going against Fairleigh Dickinson, and they're an underdog in that game. So a little bit of a trap line there with that one. Mount St. Mary's going against Long Island. Interesting steam going on the Mount St. Mary's side. I do like that school. I have one on them this year. And then Robert Morris also, game they won by 32 the first time they matched up against Wagner. Is going to Wagner here and only laying 3.5. So some interesting lines. Now I'm going to go to one that I like because I really like this scheduling spot. I really like the setup to this game. And that Sacred Heart is hosting St. Francis, Pennsylvania. Now these two teams are fairly close, neutral court, just overall talent-wise what we have. But they played first once in St. Francis, Pennsylvania about a month ago, of which St. Francis won by 7. Now, on a neutral court, KP has Sacred Heart as a 1-point favorite over St. Francis, and they are no joke. They are 5-2 at home. They played Fairleigh Dickinson. They won by 17. Central Connecticut, worst team of the division, won by 28. Mount St. Mary's a good team. They won by 5. On the road at St. Francis, Brooklyn, they won by 7. So very capable team. Some of their only losses are to the best teams. In fact, number 1, Merrimack, number 2, Robert Morris, and then that third game was on the road at St. Francis, Pennsylvania. So, justified each one of the losses. Now we get revenge on the St. Francis team, the better team now, who lost the first matchup and gets revenge at home, is a really good play when it comes to college basketball sports capping. So that's what we have here. We have the better team in Sacred Heart getting revenge at home in a team they already lost to earlier in the season on the road in St. Francis. So I like this play. They've won 4 straight. Now they're at home. They get this revenge match against St. Francis. We're only laying 3 in this one. So I'm going to take Sacred Heart. The Pioneers minus the 3 is the best bet of the day. There you go. Good luck, everyone, today. Check out my other picks, patreon.com/PhiFarley, and we'll see you again soon.